It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Monday. It is February 17th, and this is the nicest day we are going to see in a while. Temperatures this morning starting out in the teens, and numbers today will warm into the upper 30s. We will have the sunshine out today, and it's going to be a big week in the Ozarks. I'm sure you've heard the winter storm still on track. I told you about that late last week. Yes, we are still looking for that storm to impact the Ozarks, and it could be a doozy in spots. So use today to prepare for the winter weather. Our warnings and watches go into effect at midnight tonight, and they'll last through early Wednesday. We are looking at snowfall and heavy snowfall at that moving into the Ozarks. So let's dive right in because I've got a lot to talk about for you this morning. The winter storm warning goes into effect tonight in the Ozarks, and this is including most of all of us in the Missouri Ozarks, up and down Highway 60, even up to Highway 54. Looks like the bullseye of this winter storm is going to peak right for us in the Ozarks. Significant travel impacts are expected. Business closures are looking likely for much of the area Tuesday into Wednesday, and the heaviest snow is going to be Tuesday morning through Tuesday night. Snow will come to an end on Wednesday morning, but this storm may leave quite a bit on the ground in some places, and that will be impacting a lot of us through the rest of the week. In comparison, today looks great. Mostly sunny skies, highs either side of 40 degrees. It will be a relatively cool day in the Ozarks, but like I said, if you haven't done the last minute, grocery runs, things like that, use today to prepare. Get the ice melt in place. Make sure your shovels are in the car and in all the places which you need to be. We have winter weather moving in, and I'm expecting this to really start to blossom on the radar early in the day tomorrow. Light snow is going to be in the forecast very late tonight. I think it's light in nature through the overnight hours. So this is not one of those events where you wake up on Tuesday morning and you think, oh, they missed it. There's nothing on the ground. No, this is going to be going through the day on Tuesday, really peaking through the late afternoon and evening hours and becoming quite heavy at times. Not only are we talking about the heavy snow, but this is going to come with some wind too. Incredible winds to near 30 miles an hour. It's going to be awful. The snow will be blowing around. I do expect it to be kind of one of those light snows that piles up pretty quickly because the moisture content is rather low. So we are talking about, higher snowfall totals than if you had one of those heavy wet snows that doesn't accumulate as much. I think this is a light, fluffy snow that blows around quite a bit and is a real headache for travel. There are some serious snowfall totals for the Ozarks. I know that's the million-dollar question here. And right now, I'm really thinking that most of the Missouri Ozarks, this is kind of up and down Highway 60, we're talking anywhere from 7 to a foot of snow, 7 inches to a foot of snow for that region. This would be a major snow event for the Ozarks, and it looks like it's going to be rather widespread too. It is going to vary from town to town, and the drifting is going to make this really difficult to measure because of some of the winds that I told you about. But I want you to prepare for 7 to 12 inches of snowfall through the day on Tuesday into Tuesday night, finally coming to an end on Wednesday morning. Now, I think that there will be some sharp cutoffs here, and the cutoff will likely happen somewhere near the Branson area. We start to see those totals go down anywhere from 3 to 6 inches for the far southern portion of Missouri. Northern Arkansas could also see 3 to 6 inches, and then the far northern counties, Highway 54 and areas to the north, look to get a little bit less too. This is up toward Columbia and I-70. That's where some of the lower totals will be, but I say lower, still impactful, 3 to 6 inches of snow, but not that bullseye of 7 to 12 inches that's going to move right through the center of the Ozarks. Then there's dangerous cold that settles into the region behind this snow system. And I mean, we are talking bitter cold temperatures Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. The wind chill factor is likely going to feel like -10. It's going to be brutal. -15 possible for Thursday morning. So dangerous cold. You have to cover all exposed skin, make sure the pets are all indoors, and limit your time outdoors in weather this cold. It's going to be incredible across the Ozarks, but also across the country. Extreme cold and winter weather for much of the United States. Rain and snow for the Pacific Northwest this week as well, with heavy rain for the low elevations. Higher elevations are, of course, getting some of the snowfall. and dangerous cold is going to be the big headline for much of the country as the polar vortex sinks south and brings some major cold with it. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question. This is the question that I left you with for Valentine's Day. Who coined the term star-crossed lovers? Do you think that was A, Galileo, B, William Shakespeare, C, Taylor Swift, or D, John Glenn? I know many in the younger generation think that was Taylor Swift because that song is so popular. However, it was actually William Shakespeare. And do you know who the original star-crossed lovers were? Well, Romeo and Juliet. By the way, if you didn't know, star-crossed lovers are for those that believe in or follow the practice of astronomy, your sign. These are star-crossed lovers where things just won't work out for them no matter how much they would like them to. So B, William Shakespeare was the correct answer. Congrats if that was your guess. All right, here is the next question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. What is the normal snowfall amount for Springfield in the month of February? And the options are A, 1.2 inches, B, 3.3 inches, C, 8.0 inches, or D, 10.4 inches. You can let me know your guess. And yes, this snowstorm may top the list here. We will see. Winter storm heading to the Ozarks. It happens late tonight. Our winter storm warning goes into effect at midnight. Expect heavy blowing snow most of the day on Tuesday. If you can avoid travel on Tuesday, I would recommend it. In the Ozarks, a widespread area getting 7 to 12 inches of snowfall, perhaps isolated amounts getting more than that. I'll be back to chat with you first thing tomorrow morning. Use today to prepare and stay safe, everyone. Thanks so much to our sponsors, John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. I'll be back to chat with you early tomorrow when our snowstorm will